Hey there, in this video I'm going to be giving you an in-depth explanation on how you should be using your voice while you're on stage. Stay tuned. You unravel me. Hello there and welcome back to The Prestige. I am your host Audible Precious, and today I'm going to be giving you an in-depth explanation on voice modulation, which is exactly how you should be using your voice while you're on stage. As a public speaker, you need to know how to use your voice so that you can effectively pass the message to your audience. So to enable you do that, I will be breaking this video into 4 main parts. And as usual, I will be adding a bonus tip to the end, so make sure you watch this video to the end. Hope you have your writing materials because you really need to be writing these points I will be giving you today. So with that said, let's begin. So the first tip I will be giving you today is to be confident. Now, the main reason most amateur speakers aren't able to speak properly on stage is because of the lack of confidence. Now, you see, confidence is so important that an audience can actually tell if your speech would be worth listening to in the first 20 to 30 seconds while you get on stage. Which means from the moment you get on stage to the moment you leave the stage, you, my friend, have to be confident. By now, I'm sure you've realized that confidence is very, very key when it comes to using your voice on stage. So maybe you're probably thinking, oh, I'm not so good with confidence, I struggle with stage fright. Well, then I suggest that you click on the first link on the description. It's going to take you to my video which talks about how to get rid of stage fright. So if you have any problem with stage fright, I'm sure if you watch that video, it will enable you to speak more confidently. Now let's move over to the next step, which is being clearly audible. Now, this is very important because no matter how confident you are, if the audience can't hear you, it actually makes no sense. The secret to actually being audible is to keep the air in your throat flowing. When you do that, you'll be able to actually speak clearly, which is very important because that way the audience will actually be able to hear you. But I also want you to realize that confidence still plays a role in this, because your confidence is enough standing for your voice to be automatically audible. For example, let's say you're arguing something with people and you're 100% sure of what you're saying. Your voice wouldn't be hidden away or breaking or even cracking. Instead, you'd be speaking so audibly because you're confident in your answer. But if you're not still satisfied, I'm going to give you a short drill that will enhance your audibility naturally. So firstly, put your phone in the middle of the room and then try speaking directly to it. When you do this, you realize that your voice isn't quite audible. But if you try screaming if you try talking over your phone straight to the other end of the room, you would realize that your voice will be much more audible. Trust me, when you're done with this drill, you would definitely see an improvement in your voice. Try doing it like 3 times a week and you would definitely see an improvement. Now let's move on to tip number 3, which is adding stress to emotionally charged words. Now, for those of you who actually don't know the meaning of emotionally charged words, well, these are words that when used, they trigger certain emotions. Thus, why they are called emotionally charged words. Now, for you to fully grasp what I'm about to teach you, I have decided to organize this game that we are going to play right now. So, it's going to go like this. The most difficult challenge a child could ever experience is neglection from his parents. Did you get them? If you did, tell us in the comments below and I'll sure to tell you who got the right answer. You see, the importance of this is so that when you're speaking to the audience, you can be able to communicate your emotions straight and directly with them. So in that way, you would actually be able to easily pass your message to them. So before we go any further, why don't you take this opportunity to click on the subscribe button down below and also turn on notifications so that you get notified anytime we release a new video. Don't forget to give this video a like if you've enjoyed it so far, and also comment what do you think we should do in the next video. Thanks. Utilizing effective pauses. Now at this point you're probably like, what does this mean? Should I be acting like Dwayne Johnson in Jumanji when he was doing the smoldering effect? Well, no. When I say you have to incorporate effective pauses into your speech pattern, I mean that as you speak, you take short pauses. But there is a shortcoming to this. Well, you see, if you don't make yourself prepared while you're speaking, is that the audience would feel kind of disconnected from you. Why? Because you're probably going to be pausing at odd times, which will make the audience think that you're not prepared for your speech. And so, in order to combat this, what we have to do is that you have to practice your speech before you actually come on stage. Practice your speech a week before you come on stage. Practice your speech 2 weeks before you come on stage. And while you're practicing, incorporate these short pauses so that when you're on stage it will be more natural. The advantage that this gives you is that when you take these short pauses, it will allow you to be able to breathe. So it won't look like you're actually rushing into things. Alright guys, so those were the first 4 tips that I gave you. And now it is time for the bonus tip. So, the bonus tip is make sure that you get rid of all the unnecessary filters like and so on. Personally, the filters that I tend to use more are and probably most of you have also over the course of this video noticed me saying so, okay. Now these are filters that are unnecessary, and yes, it does take time for this to actually leave you, but the best thing you can actually do is, like I said earlier, practice. Because these filters can actually ruin your entire presentation. It will make you look more untidy, more scattered, more uncoordinated. But if you get rid of them, it will make you look more organized, and thus you would actually win the favor of your audience. So, like I said, make sure that you continue to practice each and every day so that it becomes a part and parcel of you. Therefore, you won't be able to make these silly mistakes by using these unnecessary filters. That, my friends, brings us to the end of today's video. So if you'd like to see the list out of the tips that I gave to you today, make sure you check the description. I would have them listed out there. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to click on the notifications, and also please give us a comment, tell us your thoughts, what we need to do, what you think we need to improve in, and trust me, we are going to implement your comments in our next video. With that being said, bye for now, and don't forget, stay 100%.